Now the topic before us is whether central bank intervenes in currency appreciation. Now the answer is generally the central bank do not intervene. Generally, the central bank is oftenly concerned with currency depreciation, that the currency of that country should not depreciate. However, if there is excessive currency depreciation, excessive currency appreciation, the central bank intervenes if there is excessive currency appreciation. Then why do they intervene in case of excessive currency appreciation? To protect their exporters, because to protect exporters, because when the currency of a country appreciates, the exporting goods become expensive for the foreign buyers. So the exports of that country are adversely affected, and it also results into the job losses of the sectors involved in exports. So to protect exporters, central bank do intervene in case of excessive appreciation. They also intervene to maintain competitiveness, export competitiveness in the global market. To remain competitive in the export market, they intervene. Now the question is, how do they intervene? They intervene by selling domestic currency. When the currency has excessively appreciated, the central bank of that country sells the domestic currency, and the supply of domestic currency increases in the market, and so the value of that currency reduces. Excessive depreciation is offset. The central bank may also purchase foreign exchange reserves. So when the central bank purchases the foreign exchange reserves or foreign exchanges, foreign currency is purchased by the central bank, it reduces the availability of foreign currency in the market, and it indirectly reduces the value of domestic currency, because the foreign currency becomes more valuable. The foreign currency is being purchased by the central bank, foreign currency becomes more valuable, and it indirectly affects the value of the domestic currency. It is not that intervention by the central bank is easy, because the foreign exchange market is very vast, and large scale intervention by the central bank may be very costly, and the central bank may not be always successful, because its forex market is very vast and complex. Further, if there is large scale intervention by the central bank in the forex market, then it may give signal to the market that the central bank is losing confidence in its domestic currency. If the central bank is purchasing currency, its own currency, in large bulk, then it may send signal to the others that it is, if the central bank is purchasing foreign currency, then the investor from the other countries may feel that the central bank is losing confidence in its own currency, and it may adversely affect the value of the domestic currency. Overall, the central bank has many tools to manage the currency appreciation, It is a very delicate act and it has its own challenges. Now, the topic before us is how does currency appreciation affect a country's exports? What is the meaning of currency appreciation? Currency appreciation means that your domestic currency becomes stronger relative to foreign currencies. When the currency of your country appreciates, it means that exports have become expensive for the foreign buyers because foreigners will have to pay more of their own currency to purchase the same amount of goods from us or the appreciating country where the currency has appreciated. We will understand what we have said with the help of an example. Suppose USA exports cars to France. We assume that cost of car is 10,000 US dollar. This is the cost of car. We also assume that exchange rate between one US dollar and other currency, that is euro, is equal. That is 1 USD, 1 US dollar is equal to 1 euro. So the cost of car for the residents of France is 10,000 euros. Now, US dollar has appreciated and the exchange rate between US dollar and euro has become 1 US dollar is equal to 1.2 euro. Now, after appreciation, US dollar has appreciated and for 1 US dollars, now the residents of USA can get 1.2 euros. That is more of foreign currency they can get. Now, what is the cost of car? After appreciation of US dollars, cost of car, that is what the residents of France will have to pay to purchase the said car. The cost of car is same, 10,000 US dollars. Now, after appreciation, they will have to pay 12,000 euros, which earlier they were paying only 10,000 euros. Now they will have to pay 12,000 euros. So when US dollar, when the currency of a country has appreciated, the foreigners have to pay more to get the things from the appreciating country. We also understand with the help of a real life example which has happened in the case of Switzerland. From September 2011 to January 2015, January 2015, Swiss National Bank, Switzerland's bank, central bank, Swiss National Bank adopted the policy of maintaining exchange rate between Swiss franc, which is their currency. They were adopting the policy of maintaining the exchange rate between Swiss franc with that of euro. They were adopting the policy that this some exchange rate has to be maintained, and at around 1.2 CHF 1 euro was being exchanged. That is, the Swiss National Bank used to take the steps during this period to maintain this exchange rate. We have mentioned only approximate figures. But in January 2015, 15, they abandoned the policy of maintaining the exchange rate between Swiss franc and euro. Now, due to the abandonment of maintaining the exchange rate between euro and franc, the Swiss franc appreciated. The currency of Switzerland and Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein is also a small border nation between Austria and Switzerland. Both these countries have same currency, Swiss franc. So, due to abandoning the policy of maintaining the exchange rate between Swiss franc and euro, the currency of Switzerland, that is Swiss franc, appreciated by about 20%. All of us know that Switzerland is very famous for their watches and other things. So, due to the appreciation of Swiss franc, the exports of Swiss goods became expensive for the foreign buyers. So, when the exports became expensive in Switzerland, it also adversely affected the exports of that country. So, you have understood that when the currency of a country appreciates, it makes the goods which have to be imported expensive for the foreign buyers, and it also adversely affects the exports of that country and also the jobs of the sectors which are involved in exporting the goods. We hope you have understood the point very clearly. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.